Yo, I totally forgot.
You said what?
I thought we were starting at 11 because I'm so used to coming on at 11 o'clock.
Nah, I said 10 o'clock.
I see. I'm not used to. It's your fault, Reg. I'm not used to coming on early. You got me. You got my mind thinking it's 11 o'clock, yo. I just looked at the. I looked at the. I just finished the unsung episode, and I looked at my email and I saw the invite. I was like, oh shit, it's 10 o'clock. I thought it was 11.
You good?
You blame Reg. It's Reg's fault because I'm so used to coming on at 11 p.m.
You're fine. I'm still eating right now, so you good.
Oh, you was eating. My bad. And I logged off for Instagram. My bad. Hold up. I gotta charge my laptop real quick.
How you doing, by the way?
Chilling, yo. What's good?
Nothing, just chilling for the night. Low key watching
Yo,
TV.
I totally forgot it was 10, yo. I'm thinking it's 11 p.m. we going on. See, I would. This is gonna be happiness. I'm gonna be forgetting what time we supposed to be on.
Oh, Ronnie, I
Oh
sent
man,
them the Moni Love episode for Unsung.
the unsung episode was good.
Yeah, that was very good.
I just finished it, yo. I should have finished it like 3 hours ago. I was on the phone though, but that shit was good though. It's crazy. Yes, I know. Yeah, Kanye West got banned, right? You said he got banned from the Grammys.
I have mixed feelings about that.
Why? What did he? Well, he threatened Trevor Noah, right? What does Trevor Noah have to do with everything though? That's what I don't understand.
I feel like this was that was premeditated, if you ask me.
They don't want that type of drama at the Grammys. That's what it is.
Out of all the motherfucking artists, like he got banned from the Grammys, really?
If Kanye, I told you, if Kanye was gonna be there and all this was going on, he was gonna say something. Especially he's nominated for Donda, and I believe he's gonna win. He's gonna win something. If he showed up there, he's gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? It's like they would have to cut his mic off when he went up to give his acceptance speech. They would have to cut his mic off. It's either that or they go into a commercial break because it's a live event and you taking the chance of having this man go up on stage and call out Pete Davidson and his ex-wife or whatever. So I think that's why they did it.
He was pretty much throwing racial slurs at Trevor Noah.
Isn't Trevor Noah black?
I thought he was mixed with something.
He's like, or is he African? I thought he was like South African or some shit like that.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
Yo, it's Kanye. Like, is anybody surprised? I'm not surprised anymore. This is what he does.
Not that he's South African.
South
Oh,
African, yeah, I heard
that
that.
explains it. Don't tell me he's married to a white woman.
What else is new?
These South Africans kill me, man.
Oh man.
But just to let you know,
Uh huh.
almost everything this week is at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Just let
Except
me
for
give you
the,
that
the
right now.
Saturday, the Saturday thing.
You said what?
Except for Saturday.
Yeah, just let me know if you
All
want
right.
to do it Saturday. I can always push that one back.
Okay.
I'm about to start in 5 minutes. I'm just finishing up this last piece right quick.
He's light skinned. Yeah, he's light skinned South African. But I still don't know what he had to do with Kanye. Did he say something on social media about Kanye's marriage?
Man, I don't even know. To be real
Cause
with you.
I didn't hear about that. Him having beef with Trevor Noah.
Oh yeah, Trevor Noah says Kanye should be counseled or
Oh,
some
there you
shit like
go.
that.
There you go. Once again, if you're not part of this man's marriage, mind your business. DL Hewley got involved, and you saw what happened with that.
Yo, I saw a funny post on Facebook that says, we gotta stop acting like DL Hughley is the only one we skip from Kings of Comedy. I had to say yes
What you mean? Skip?
because like the Kings of Comedy, he's like the least favorite member out of everybody.
I
It's
thought he was. I thought everybody was funny. Like, now if you ask me my favorite, I think it was Bernie Mac,
Bernie.
and I always loved Chris Rock, but I thought all of them were good. Steve Harvey was good. He was a funny comedian, and I don't know.
I
People
feel
got
like
their favorites.
I feel like Guy Tori was way better than DL Hughley in that Kings
Gatori.
of Comedy, in my
He
opinion.
was on that too. Gatori.
He was the original from the original Kings of Comedy
Oh,
before, but
okay.
then he left, and that's when they brought in DL Hughley.
Right. Gatori was funny back in the Def Jam comedy days. He was hilarious. You know, but I never felt like DL to me is still funny. Like I love his stand up specials, and
I never found him
you
funny.
never liked him like that.
Nah.
I've always liked him. He used to host Comic View back in the day in the '90s, and
But
you
my
know
thing, this is my main thing and shit like that. If it does not concern you, why speak on it? That's my main.
exactly. But that's what I was saying last week. Why are you getting into this man's marriage drama? This is not your business.
Especially on Vlad TV.
Exactly. I never hear Kanye, put his nose in DL Hewley's marriage and his business.
Exactly.
So why are you worried about what's going on with him and Kim? That's it. That's their business.
I get the man some help and shit. That's all I'm
You know what
saying.
I'm saying? Whatever they go through, that's between them. I could care less about what they going through. That has nothing to do with me. You know,
I'm out to my food away right
when
quick. I got you.
when people throwing their 2 cents in, and then when this man come at you, you wondering why he coming at you. He's not crazy. You just need to mind your business. Steve Harvey, I mean, people forget he was a great comedian. Like, if you watch like the old Def Jam comedy series from the '90s, he was hilarious on there. He had stand up specials. He was hilarious on those. He was definitely a good comedian. Wh- Who speaks the truth? Kanye? Godfrey is good. I like Godfrey.
Okay. Whew. That was some good dinner. Y'all still talking about Kanye?
Yes. Kanye. What happens if he wins? Then what?
That's a good question. Well, they rarely televise a lot of hip hop awards anyway, so I really want to make a
Yeah,
difference.
but he's not in the major categories for Donda.
I thought he had album of the year too.
Right. So okay, let's say he wins album of the year for Donda. Who's gonna accept that award for him? And you don't have, and you ban this guy from being there. That's gonna make them look some type of way too.
I bet you somebody's gonna make a Kanye joke and shit.
Of course they will. Who's the host this year?
Trevor Noah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, he definitely gonna make a Kanye joke.
Trevor, South African Noah.
What's your thoughts on Pam and Tommy? I don't think
I
y'all
didn't see
watched
that shit yet.
the show. I watched the show. I just thought it didn't need to be a whole show. It just should have been like a movie because there's only so much you can tell about a sex tape in like 8 episodes. So I don't think it
No,
should have
no,
been
no.
like
He's talking about the Pam and Tommy Martin characters. They're doing like
oh
they
I
did
thought you
like
were talking about Pam and Tommy Lee.
nah. Just like with Bel Air, they're trying to do like a dramatic Pam and
Yes, I heard
Tommy
that.
love story.
I heard that.
I didn't watch it yet, Ronnie. To be real with you, I'm kind of not really interested, but I'm gonna watch it just for you and
Not
shit.
not Nasa nominated. Nasa nominated for King's Disease 2, right?
I
No,
believe so. I have to look
never
back at
been.
the Grammy nominations to be real with you.
Hold on.
Papa Doc. Fuck Papa Doc. The hell? Yo,
Yeah.
what happened? Wi-Fi issues?
Nah, I was hearing like static in my headphones and shit.
Oh shit. All right, well, I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Okay, let's go.
All right. What's good, YouTube? How's everyone doing today? This is your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try with me,
What up?
and you already know what we're about to do today. We are about to still continue on with this fucking list, this top 150 rap albums of all time and whatnot. Right now, we are at 60 to 51. Yeah. By the way, I like the
I
background.
meant
By the way,
I
and
meant
shit
to
like that.
I meant to take that off though. I forgot to take it off.
You said you gotta take it off.
I wanted to take it off because it's like I'm seeing the motion is like moving slow for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, that is kind of weird and stuff like that.
Yeah. But,
You should probably, if you do take it off, it might go a little faster and stuff.
yes. Facts.
But other than that, let's get this shit started. Like I said, we are at 60
Mhm.
to 51 and whatnot. So let's get this motherfucking shit started. So my number
Okay.
60, we're gonna take it back to 1988,
Mhm.
the golden age of
Mhm.
hip hop, as I should say. This is the debut album for one of the greatest female rappers of all time and stuff like that. And the album I have in my collection is MC Light with Light as a Rock.
Yes. Oh, I got that
Um,
on vinyl too.
yeah, I saw it. You showed it to me
Great.
too.
Great. I
Yeah.
did. Yeah, great album.
Mhm. Yeah, very, very, very dope album and stuff like that. This came out in 1988 on, I want to say, First Priority Music, Atlantic Recorded Records. Yeah, very, very dope album and shit like that. It's not my favorite MC Light album. That honor actually goes to Eyes on This and stuff like
Right.
that. But this one is just like, to me, this is like the female equivalent to like Big Daddy Kane's "Long Live the Kane." If you ask me,
Mhm.
like just a lot of focus on like the battle rhymes, a lot of focus on like the braggadocio lyrics and shit like that. My only gripe with
Right.
this album, I just wish the mixing was a bit better. The master and the mixing was a
Yeah.
bit better, shit. But
Yeah, I agree.
that's another story. This has songs like "I Cram to Understand You," "Paper Thin." Everyone knows that fucking joint. 10% diss. Excuse me. With that's the diss track to Antoinette. Which I'm
Right.
not gonna lie, I like that diss track. It's recognized as an important diss track in hip hop, but personally, I felt like "Shut the Fuck Up, Ho" from Eyes on This
Yeah.
shits all over this one. I mean, like she has some lines there, like she would not get away with today and stuff like that too, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I Am Woman, that took the Helen Reddy sample and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Very very dope album to me. Um, I don't even think this album been reissued, remastered like that. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying?
Mm-mm.
Crazy. Cause you would think like MC Light being one of the most influential female rappers and stuff like that, her stuff would be
Right.
remastered, reissued at least once or twice, but
Nope.
it is what it is. It's Light as a Rock, 88.
All right. So number 60, I got. We're gonna be talking about this artist on Unsung. I just watched it. Moni Love, 1993, in a World or Two
Ooh,
production from Marley Marl and Prince. Yes, I said Prince. That Prince from Minnesota. And she talked. I like the fact that she talked about working on this album on the Unsung, and how she was opposed to even working with Prince because she was like, she's hip hop and he's, you know, multiple genres, and she didn't think it would be a good fit. And the record label suggested that, she worked with Prince, and
Christopher
to get
Rack.
like a more, huh? I ain't what you said.
That's the first rap I ever heard. Did not want to work with Prince and shit.
Yeah, she said she didn't want to work with him, and the record
You hear me?
label wanted her to get like, huh? I hear you.
No, I said you heard me.
Yeah,
I
they
said that's
wanted
the
her to
first
work.
rap I heard.
Yeah, and
Never
they
mind.
want her to work. They want they wanted her to have a broader sound and a more commercial sound for this album. And she was already a mother. She got she had her first daughter at the time, and talking about mother parenthood and relationships and love and stuff, and Full Time Love, that was on the Class Act movie and soundtrack. The Kid and Play movie that's on here, and Born to Breed, Greasy, Wheel of Fortune, love all those songs. It was a more harder edge sound from Moni in '93, and I didn't even know about the thing with her and Das Effects. I know you had told me about that. She didn't mention that in the unsung though, but I didn't even know about that whole thing with her and Das Effects. But it's always been my favorite Moni Love album, and we talked about both albums like a couple months ago. Um, so yeah, I definitely wanted to include her on here, and that's what I've been doing is having different female albums on here because there's a lot of female albums that people don't mention and they don't talk about. And I'm like, yo, if we're gonna do a list like this, I gotta include the legends like Queen Latifah and MC Light, Salt and Pepper, those MCs
It's
up there
not
with
just
this.
Lil Kim and shit.
Yeah, it's not just about Little Kim and Foxy. So Moni Love to me was always underrated, and I'm like, oh, I gotta put this album in on the list. So
That's actually my favorite Moni Love album
yeah,
too.
that's my favorite.
Yeah, and just to let y'all know, we are actually gonna do our thoughts on the unsung episode later on tonight. I was gonna tell you I
Mhm.
might have to end this video a little earlier because I was going to do a podcast with Mike, and after I do
Okay.
that with Mike, I was going to send you
All
the
right.
invite for the unsung and shit like that.
Cool. Cool.
Shout out to Mike, he's by the way.
I just saw Mike in here.
You said what?
I saw Mike in here earlier.
Yeah. All right. Still in 1988 and stuff like that. This next album, one can say is like one of the earliest conscious hip hop albums of all time. You know what I'm saying? This came out after like a huge tragedy, after the DJ of the crew got gunned down and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
it's Boogie Down Productions by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? This came out in 1988. Very, very, very dope album. Man, this one huge difference between Criminal Minded. Like Criminal Minded definitely was a more street tip, but this one they were talking like more political topics. Talking about police brutality, safe sex, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course, the album cover definitely paid homage to the Malcolm X by any means necessary photo with the gun and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Very, very dope album. Certain songs I love from this album are Stop the Violence, Jimmy, um, I'm Still Number One, fucking My Philosophy and shit too, you know what I'm saying? Definitely love like the reggae feel that was experimented on this album and stuff too, which he would definitely continue to experiment with reggae and dance
Mhm.
hall, you know, um all throughout his career and stuff like that. Most notably like on the Ghetto Music and Edutainment album and stuff like that. So for those of you who love Karis One, this is really where he found his style. Like the style
Right.
we know Karis One today, this is the way we found it with this album.
I agree. All right, number 59, another 1993 release. I love this soundtrack for this movie. This was like one of the first hip hop films with a lot of cameos in it, and it took off. And I was a huge fan of the two cats starring in it. Who's the Man soundtrack?
Ooh, good pick.
Love this soundtrack. House of Pains, Who's the Man? The title track was one of my favorites. Even when they put it on a second album, Same as It Ever Was, and you had joints like What's Next on the Menu, Pete Rock and Seal Smooth. You had Party and Bullshit, Notorious B.I.G., Rest in Peace, Biggie. Um, you Don't Have to Worry, Mary J. Blige. Just a classic soundtrack. Father MC's on here, Heavy D with Buju Banton, rest in peace, Heavy D. Um, it was just great. Jodeci's on this soundtrack. They had a single on here. Let's go through the motions. Well, great soundtrack. Like I said, like the movie was hilarious with Ed Lover and Dr. Dre. Many cameos from Guru and Be Real, Moni Love, Salt and
Yeah.
Pepper, Ice T. Definitely one of my favorite soundtracks from the '90s.
It's been years since I've seen that movie, but I
Yeah.
recently got that soundtrack. That soundtrack does slap.
Yes.
You know what
Yes.
I'm
Definitely.
saying? I now we're gonna get into 1990. We got pretty much one of the best groups to ever come out from Jersey and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's the one, the only Brand Nubian with
Yes.
One for All.
Awesome.
Sorry for the condition. I got this from Hoovy and stuff
Mhm.
like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, he gave me this for free. If I'm not mistaken and shit like that. So shout out to Hoovy, by the way. Um, yeah, but this is the debut album from Van Nubian. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I think I mentioned this before, but originally I was not really the biggest Brand Nubian fan and stuff like
Right.
that growing up. They're like a group I got into maybe about uh 8 7 8 years ago and shit. I mean I heard songs like Love Me or Leave Me Alone and stuff like that. I was mostly just a fan of, like, when I got into them, believe it or not, it was the
Right.
In God's We Trust. That was really the first one. Then Everything Is Everything. And then I heard this album. So they're like a hip hop group I kind of got into a little later than others and stuff like that. But I'm not regretting it one bit. As for this album, a lot of people say this was the best album. Um, I'm not gonna hold you, like, cause I'm more of an In God We Trust nigga, and that might be sacrilegious to the fan base because Grand Pooba, that's like the album without Grand Pooba. But I
Mhm.
mean, they never really had like a bad, well, minus Foundation, like a bad album and stuff like that too. So this might be actually my third favorite album and shit.
Right.
But anyway, to the songs, like, they were definitely on that 5% tip. Album got 5 mics on the source too, so that should tell y'all something. Songs like Dance to My Ministry. I love that song.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna hold y'all right quick. I loved every song except for Feel So Good. I
Really,
hate
you didn't like that?
it. That was when they were starting out, like when they came out with the Slow Down and the Brand Nubian and the Wake Up. I loved all those singles except for Feel So Good. Like that
Oh.
feel, it sounded too much like native tongues and stuff like that. That I could have
Mm.
seen like Jungle Brothers or even De La, doing some shit like that. But
Right.
I felt like what they did right was Slow Down. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Boom, boom, boom,
Mm.
turn to slow down. It's all about that Edie Brickhill sample.
Mm.
And like, I love that fucking sample. That is a definition of a conscious song with a party beat that can really have dope lyrics but you can dance to and shit like that. And I
Right.
remember when I saw them perform this shit live, when they did this track, I just went nuts and stuff. And that I actually saw them live on my birthday in 2018 and shit like that too.
Nice.
One of the
With
best
Grand Pooba.
with Grandpa, yeah.
That's dope.
Like if you guys go on my Instagram, I took pictures of Sadat and Lord Jamar, and just you have to scroll like all the way down and
Right.
shit.
That's
But
dope.
yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but yeah, this is a classic, hip hop classic. I mean, the album cover, it screams early '90s shit. Like,
Yes.
oh my god, but you gotta love these guys and shit.
Mhm. All right, number 50, 58, 1988. Run DMC, Tougher Than Lover. One of my
Yes,
favorites. This might be
dude.
my favorite one. No, Raising Hell is my favorite. This is my second after Raising Hell. Definitely solid. Beats to the Rhyme, Mary Mary, Run's House, which is also the song used for the reality show on MTV like a decade ago. The title track. I never saw the movie for this though. I
Oh,
never went to see the film for
oh,
this. It's hard to find on streaming, but I definitely love the album. I think Run was lyrically great on here. DMC definitely one of their best albums. To me, their last great album. I don't think Down with the King was even touching this shit, but
Overrated.
definitely. But this definitely is like their last great album to me. So yeah,
Yeah, man. Like that's another hip hop album. It always kills me that a lot of people don't even give it just due. There was like, oh, it's not like
I don't know
Raising
why.
Hell and stuff like that. I'm just like,
Ra-
well,
Raising Hell wasn't like Rock Box. You know what I'm saying? Or King
right,
of
Raising
Rock.
Hell wasn't the King of Rock and
It
shit.
wasn't King of Rock. Everyone was different. I just to me that's their last best album because Down with the King. I think it got more publicity for the song. The actual song is probably like the
Exactly.
best song on the album. That album is not good, and I have it.
And
It's not a good album.
the fact that they were having that Onyx sound and
Right,
stuff like that.
right. And they
I
just and
mean,
like rhyming to the Mad Cobra beat. I'm like, what are they doing?
come
Like,
on now.
who told you all that this was a good idea? Like, I could have told him back in '93. Like, no, you're rhyming over a reggae beat like that. Nah, that's not gonna
But
work.
that album was like their comeback album for some odd
Yeah,
reason.
because of the song. Because that song was everywhere. That MTV played that video 100 times a day, every hour. You know, it was on the radio. I even bought the CD single before the album came out. The song was great. The album is a different story, and they
Exactly.
had they had everybody EPMDs on that and Tribe and Onyx,
Pete
Jermaine
Rock
Dupri,
is still
everybody.
smooth.
Yeah, everybody they got to do something on that album, but that album is not good.
Right. Like, and I can't believe I'm saying I'd rather listen to Back from Hell.
Yes, Back from
At
Hell
least
was better.
that has some traces of old Run DMC and stuff
Facts,
like that. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
And yeah, and like I said, like I said, y'all saw that post I did about Run DMC about 2 weeks ago or some shit like that. Y'all already know. I respect them. They're hip hop legends,
I have
but
the album. The album is not good. I have the
dollar
album,
store, dollar
but I
store.
don't like it. Dollar Store Onyx.
Yeah, man. Like I keep telling motherfuckers, like they were definitely trying to be on that because a lot of acts are trying to go on that Onyx tip just to come back with the whole Death-O syndrome. Like we all
Mhm.
know what happened with Father MC and shit.
Oh boy, here you go. Father. I like Father MC. I thought he was dope.
He was a Big Daddy
He
Kane
was.
light.
I never looked at him like he was a lyricist though. Like he was a playboy, and I felt like he was more LL than Big Daddy Kane.
Now that's disrespectful.
I'm talking about as far as the image wise, the ladies' man. That's what he was. He was like the dark version of LL Cool J,
Okay,
but he didn't
really?
have the lyrics. He didn't have the lyrics like
Ah,
LL.
LL was more than ladies, man. Let's just be real.
Yeah, but LL was the ladies man that could do the ladies joints like Hey Lover in Paradise, and then he could do the battle joints. You know what I'm saying? Like if you diss him, he gonna hit you with to the break of dawn. He gonna hit you with the Ripper's back. Father MC didn't do that. Like he
Hell
was
no.
all of his singles were like for ladies. Treat them right and everything's gonna be all right and one night stand, all that. That was him.
Got you. But yeah, Tougher Than Leather. I love that fucking album and shit like that.
Yes,
To me, Beats to the Rhyme is my favorite song they've ever done.
love that song.
All right. Now this album came out like 3 months before the Chronic, but I've always felt like this album, when it comes to like funkiness and ode to P Funk, it should definitely be mentioned. And it is Redman with What the Album.
Yes,
This
classic.
came out in 1992. Man, this is probably my second favorite Redman album to date. But I always felt like this was like his most important and influential album. Oh shit, where do I even begin? Like this nigga came out strong with EPMD, with the Business as Usual album, with the fucking hardcore track. Then he also had the other Some Brothers on My Jock, which I've always felt like that one was just as good. Like he did his thing on that one.
Right.
But then he came out with this track. You had time for some action. It was already a rap after that and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He definitely did his thing.
Mm,
Just the whole intro, the Slime the Family Stone sample,
yes.
um, Blow Your Mind. I mostly prefer the remix and stuff like that. The original with
Mm,
Eric Sermon was dope, but the remix definitely had that more iller tone.
right.
But my favorite tracks, Tonight's the Night. Oh my, that was actually what got me into Redman.
Right.
Believe it or not, that actually got me into Redman. You got How to Roll a Blunt, which that was produced by Pete Rock. and stuff
Yes.
like that. You know what I'm saying? And of
Underrated.
course, look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's the Superman
Suit.
lover. Yes. Off topic, Johnny Guitar Watson should have an unsung episode. That's all I gotta say
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But yeah, man, the beginning of a lot of dope shit. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite hip hop albums from '92 too. Like probably top five and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But people should definitely give their just due to. It wasn't just the Chronic. That was definitely like utilizing a lot of them P Funk samples. That's why I always say Eric Sermon, motherfucker Eric Sermon. I mean, not Eric's EPMD were like the godfathers of G
Mm-hmm.
Funk, in my personal opinion. Like it wasn't just Death Row and shit like that. Even above the law, Cole 187. Niggas
Right.
don't even talk about him like that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yes. All right. Number 57. Another R&B duo that's underrated. Nobody mentions them. To me, this is their best album, and I played this a lot in 1994 when this dropped on Def Jam. Nice and Smooth. Return, Jewel of the Now. I
wow.
love this album. Love it. When I tell you, I ran this out. It's amazing I still have this album because I played this to death in summer '94 with when Warren G first album came out. Though I think those two were like my favorites of that summer. Just playing, Regulate the G Funk era and this album and Aaliyah's first album. And man, I have many great memories of those years and the production on him by Greg Nice. Greg Nice is an underrated producer, and people never mention him when it comes to production. And he did most of the Nice and Smooth production on their albums, and I think he killed it on this album. And when you got joints like Blunts and Old to the New, that was the first single. Returning to Hip Hop Freaks. I think Bobby Brown supposedly was singing on that chorus.
Yeah, I
You
heard.
got Slick Rick on Let's All Get Down. Showbiz did like two tracks on here. You got Everlast on the track. You got the rock group Cracker on the track on here, and this was a dope album. Like severely slept on. I love the production. I love the songs. And I don't know. I think Def Jam dropped the ball, not promoting this album enough in '94. But this has always been my favorite Nice and Smooth album, and I think just that whole group in general is just underrated. Like this the stuff they've done. Funky for You and sometimes I rhyme slow, and I love those joints from them. And of course Dwick with Gangstar, definitely an underrated album.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm not the biggest nice and smooth fan or shit like that, but they have some shit. Like my favorite song is More and More Hits. That's my shit.
Yes, that too. Yeah, that was dope.
Right. I We are the GODs and we come to rock the spot like Iron Man stalks. Yes. My next choice,
Yes.
Iron Man. I'm gonna pull up the cover right now, just to let y'all know. Iron Man, that's my number where we at? 56. Very, very dope album released by Ghostface and shit like that.
Yeah.
Hip hop classic, one of the all time greatest debuts in my opinion. I don't have the album cover. This is actually the original copy and shit like that with After the Smoke is Clear.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if I do get the album cover, I get the album cover, but no one really has the OG copy. And I thought I was gonna get like a 2001 reissue at one point,
Yes.
but
I have the OG copy.
hey, okay, cool.
Yes.
I like some of RZA's best production, True Master's best production.
Hmm.
Like he got songs like fucking Daytona 500 and shit like that. You got fucking Motherless Child. Love that track.
Right.
The Faster Blade, that was like a Waquan solo joint.
Love that joint.
Yes. Ding 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 ding. Then you had like
Yes.
Return of the Force MD strong and shit like that.
Yes.
Statin represent. Of course we got our like this whole album is no fucking filler on this fucking album
Hmm.
and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like because the Wu solo albums definitely came strong as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So this one a must have in your collection. If you're a Who head and you don't have Ghostface Iron Man, I don't even know what to fucking tell you. Like, you don't even deserve to be a Who. You don't even deserve to be like
Right.
a Who
Facts.
and shit. Like
Facts. All right. 56. I got from Memphis, Tennessee. We talked about this album. Love this for album from G Unit member Young Buck.
oh god.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
God.
This is my joint right here, man. Straight out of Cashville. Love this album. To me, it's his best album on G Unit. Love the production and the features. My favorite joint, Bonafide Hustler, with him, 50 Cent and Yayo was on this joint. You had Let Me In, Bang Bang, Black Gloves, Stomp with Tion Luda. He had some controversy with that song because
We already know.
yeah, we talked about that in the album review. Just a dope album. I've always loved Young Buck's lyricism because he was from the South, but he had bars though. You know what I'm saying? And he sounded like an East Coast cat, and always liked his stuff, man. So, and I got both Young Buck albums on G Unit. This is my favorite one. So yeah, Young Buck, straight out of Cashville.
Yeah, man. Never really been the biggest Young Buck fan, but I'm grateful I got that album and shit. All right. Um, Next choice we got is Onyx with All We Got Is Us. This came out in 1995. Yeah, best album in my opinion. A fucking classic. Just the album cover alone is iconic as hell. You know what I'm saying? Just the traditional Onyx logo and whatnot.
Right.
It just looks like it's in the fucking street and shit. Um, to me, this makes bad back the fuck up comedic as hell because it's like they came out right. They went more darker with this album.
Right.
There was no slam. There was not.
Slam.
Well, I mean, you had shout. I mean,
Yeah.
shout and
Shout.
shit like.
Right.
I mean, there was no like. How can I like? Back the fuck was juvenile. This was like they were like on a serious tip
Right.
and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then around this time too, Big DS he left the group and shit. They had classic songs like Better Off Dead. The first three tracks alone, like Last Days, All We Got Is Us, Purse
Hmm.
Snatchers, iconic, especially Purse Snatchers though. I mean,
Yes.
love that Jimmy McGriff sample and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Sick as hell. Walking New York, you know what I'm
Fire.
saying?
Love that
Fire
song.
joint, Ghetto Mentality, Live Niggas. I mean,
Yes.
shit, I mean, and if you guys love this album, then check out the Cold Case Files. They have a lot of unreleased joints from this album and shit too. So yeah, this album is honest at their best. All We Got Is Us.
All right. Number 55. I got one half of Outkast, Big Boy, 2010. It's the son of Chico Dusty. I love it. I love this album. I think this is his best solo album. And you got joints like Shine Blockers and For Your Sorrows with Too Short and George Clinton. Shutterbug, that was a big hit single off of here. Love the production. You got features from Joy and Cujo Goody. Sleepy Brown is on this album. Gucci Man is on this album. Love the features. It's a really underrated. One of my favorites from 2010. Classic album.
Yeah, to me, that's like one of his best solo albums and shit like that.
Definitely.
All right. Now we're gonna get into. Ooh, this is a good one. Going back to the golden age and stuff like that. Ultra Magnetic MCs with their debut album Critical Beatdown. Yeah, this came out in '88. Very, very,
Yes.
very, very, very dope album. I mean, this was like sampling at its finest. This didn't really sound like anything that came out that year and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It had classic songs like "Feeling It," "Give the Drummer Some," "Ease Back," um, "Mo Love's Theme." Around this time, they were like an underground act, and they were mostly famous for like their 12 inches. And
Right.
a lot of the songs they released like in 12-inch singles. But like the thing is, like they actually had to like strip some of the samples out when it came to the album version and stuff like that too. But yeah, man, all y'all niggas should know about that. But yeah, man, this was a very, very, very dope album in my opinion. Classic.
All right. Number 54. We going to Texas. Underrated artist. I think this man was dropping some dope shit with Swisher House back in the 2000s. Paul Wall, the People's Champ.
Ooh,
Love this album. Love the production. The features were Freeway. That was a dope track. The State to State joint. You got, Sitting Sideways. That was the first single. Love that joint. We had a joint with Bun B. That was fire. You know, the joint Drive Slow. That was also on the Kanye Late Registration. The Drive Slow joint. That was on here as well. Love
yes,
love the production, love the features. I'm a huge Paul Wall fan. I got like 3 albums from Paul Wall. Definitely an underrated album.
definitely. All right. Next joint right here is oh shit. I forgot to take this album out. But it's Coogee Rap and DJ Polo's Live and Let Die. This came out in 1992. Give me 1 second, cuz. Let me get this album out real quick. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just pull the album out. I gotta move a lot of fucking shit just to get the fucking
Just
album.
bring that shit out.
Huh?
Bring it out.
You said bring it out?
Yeah, where it's at.
I can.
You got time.
Give me 1 second. Oh, it's right here. Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, here it is. Coogee Rap and DJ Polo, Live and Let Die.
Yes.
Very controversial album cover right here and stuff like that. It just has them holding up a bank and stuff like that,
Right.
and just them hanging some white people in like a meat locker or some shit like that, new stuff. And this was like one of the main reasons why this album was kind of like not promoted as much
Right.
and shit like that, because the singles didn't really come out till like a year later, because I think they lost the distribution with Time Warner because of this album. Well, that and Warner Brothers was already going through a lot of shit with the Ice-T Cop Killer controversy. But this album, man, it has classic songs like Home Sweet Home, Ill Street Blues, you know what I'm saying? Two to the Head, love that track. Number One with the Bullet, fucking production. We got Sir Jinx,
Right.
Ice Cube's producer, which a lot of people kind of compare this album a little bit to just like how, Cube had that East Coast production for America's Most Wanted, like Coogee had kind of like a West Coast feel with this album and stuff like that. Love this album. My second favorite album from Coogee Rap and DJ Polo, first obviously being Wanted Dead or Alive.
All right. Number 53, I got 1994, Heavy D and the Boys, Nothing But Love, a classic album. This might be, I want to say, might be like between second and third favorite, because I love Big Time and I love Blue Funk. But this definitely was like one of my most played albums from '94 as well. Love this album, the production from Pete Rock and Teddy Riley. Tony Dofat, Marley Marl is on here. The it was just classic. Got Me Waiting, one of my favorite all time Heavy D songs, and Take Your Time, produced by Eric Sherman, was dope. Spend a Little Time on Top, produced by Marley Marl.
Ooh.
The even Got Me Waiting remix with Silk, the R&B group, that was dope. Like definitely a 5 mic classic. Yeah, man, great R&B hip hop right here.
Yeah, man, that album slaps to this day.
Yes.
Like that.
Black Coffee as well. Yeah.
Very, very dope album.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my number 52, Big Daddy Kane with Live and Let Die. This came out in 1988.
Yeah.
Fucking dope album, classic Juice Crew. You know what I'm saying? Kane definitely doing his fucking thing on this album. Marley Marl production. Some of Marley Marl's best beats on this album
Yeah.
and stuff too. I love songs like Word to the Motherland, Set It Off, Just Rhyming with Biz, Ain't No Half Stepping and stuff like that. This is a very, very, very dope album. Fucking classic.
All right. Number 52.
Now it's the Long Live the Kane, Q.
Long live the Long live the king.
Yeah, but I'm sorry about that.
It's all good. Number 52 is 2003 Ludacris Chicken and Beer. One of my favorite Ludacris albums. I love the album cover. I love the production, Blow It Out and Stand Up, produced by Kanye West. Hip Hop Quotables produced by Eric Sermon. You had Diamond in the Back, Pussy Poppin', which they had the video only on late nights on BT Uncut. That's a fantastic album. The lyrics, everything about this album is a classic. We did a review for this last year. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Great.
We didn't review this.
We did this last year.
No, we did Back for the First Time and Word of Mouth. We never did this one.
We never did this one? Well, we talked about doing this one. My bad. We talked about doing this one. I thought Reg was gonna do the whole Ludacris saga.
I was waiting until I got that album and then I got it and shit.
Okay, so you got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the review coming up at some point, but this is definitely a great album. One of my favorite Ludacris albums ever. So
definitely. And my number 51 is KRS-One, Return of the Boom Bap.
Love it.
Nice way to end before we get in the top 50 and shit. Very, very dope album. My favorite solo album from him. Fucking classic in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He came out like 1 year after he kind of like discontinued the BDP name and shit like that. Kind of started rapping solo. Right. He got with Showbiz, Primo, Kenny Parker, right, and stuff like that. Love songs like Send the Police, P is Still Free, right, Stop Frontin', I Can't Wake Up. Like this whole album, so fucking ill, so raw, boom bap to its point and shit like that. This whole album is just crazy. Even the album cover itself is iconic. Yes,
I love it.
Yep. Love it. To this day, my favorite KRS-One album. Yeah. I love Self-Titled too. Self-Titled is a very close second and shit. So yeah. There was another song too, Hip Hop versus Rap.
That was dope.
Classic. Classic song.
Black Cop.
Fire.
Somebody asked this last week through Busta Rhymes' first solo album a classic? I think it is. It's number 51. The intro alone is classic. Like, just listen to that intro with Lord Have Mercy. That intro alone is one of the best rap intros ever for any album.
I agree.
And we didn't even get to the songs. Abandoned Ship with Rampage, that's one of my favorites. Woo-Ha was a big hit. Everything Remains Raw, Easy Mo B. I played that during the beat battle. That was one of my favorites. It's a Party with Jean A. That was a huge hit. Ill Vibes with Q-Tip, Hot Fudge. Every track on here. The Posse Cut with Def Squad. That was a great Posse Cut. Every song here was classic. This is definitely a classic album. Do not let nobody tell you anything different. This is definitely a classic album. Busta Rhymes are coming, 1996.
Alrighty. All right. I'm definitely gonna stay on for another 5 minutes and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely a fun episode.
Yes, definitely. Top 50 gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Top 50, I already know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my next week is gonna be
that same energy people giving you about our harsh Mace critique of his whack ass diss song. I hope they keep that same energy up when we do the top 50 next week.
Man, niggas,
You know,
niggas really try to
so
come for me.
they can
On
start
that.
bitching like, bro, why you don't have Griselda higher? You know, where's the nutty rap at?
Niggas really try to come at me talking about, oh, I don't know my shit about Mace. I'm like, nigga,
Hey,
y'all listen to one fucking diss track.
hey,
That shit's like, y'all think that's the greatest shit in the world and shit.
I Bass got one great album, so whoever don't like it, that's too bad. I'm not changing up my what I think because to make people feel comfortable. We speak our mind over here.
I tried to get into that Lucky Day album. I could not get into
Yeah.
that.
I like you listen to his first album. I thought his first album was good.
I'm gonna check the first one out
Yes.
because the second one was a bit too auto tune-ish. He had like some robotic voice. It had some dope cuts, but it was just like it's not my kind of R&B.
Right. You like the soulful voices and all that.
Well, I can get into like the club kind of R&B too, like the contemporary R&B, but if it's like mostly trap beats or have them 808s and shit, I'm just like, yeah.
Cam was better. By far he's better than Mace. It's not even a battle. Cam will beat him. You know. I'm like, where's all these Mace stands coming from? Like, where
That's
were
what I'm
y'all
that's
at
what I'm
20 something
saying.
years ago?
Like, what the fuck are y'all Mace fans? What were y'all Mace fans that when Double
You
Up and then
know,
Welcome Back came out?
exactly.
I'll wait.
Didn't we do a review on Harlem World? I didn't see none of these people here.
Exactly. Talking about I think y'all being too harsh and shit. Y'all not
Yeah.
listening to the whole fucking track, nigga. Have you seen a reaction video before? How many motherfuckers paused at a reaction video?
You
Shit
lucky that that wasn't my channel. I would have blocked all of them. There's no way in hell you would have come on my channel with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I would have blocked all of them. But Reg, you are more friendlier than I am because I was not gonna tolerate that shit.
nigga, you didn't even read my fucking post, man. I was going in on that fucking
I
post.
was reading it. I'm like, where were all you Mace fans when we did Harlem World? The Harlem World review. I didn't see none of these comments. None. I didn't see none of that. How many times I've been on here and I said, yo, Double Up was a whack ass album. I didn't see nobody respond to that. The minute we do a review on his whack ass this song, everybody come out the woodwork now.
Yeah,
Where did he at? Did he even have something to say? Where he at?
yeah. And you know why he made the diss track, right?
Because of Diddy.
Yeah, because like Diddy had some event for Biggie, his concert and shit like that, and he didn't let his daughter in for free or some shit.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what he said.
Well, okay, that's understandable.
Eric was good. Eric, so yo, I want to ask Sam and Ronnie something. I made Sam and Ronnie my mods since I started my channel, and for some reason Eric was blocked on there. I don't know why because I didn't block Eric. So I'm hoping Sam and Ronnie didn't block Eric. You know what I'm saying? That because Eric hit me up and he's like, yo, like he couldn't comment on the live stream last night, and I didn't know why because I'm like, yo, I seen him comment before, so I'm like, why is he blocked?
That's odd.
Well, you're not blocked anymore, Eric. Cause I found out that you was blocked, so I had to unblock you. That's probably why your comments wasn't going through.
Sam said he didn't block
You
him.
didn't block him. What about Ronnie? I don't want y'all blocking nobody. That's the homie. You're supposed to block the bots and block the trolls. Do not block people that we cool with.
Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna start wrapping up do these announcements right now and shit like that. I don't want to keep Mike waiting. But all right. So just to let y'all know, got a definitely a very dope week this week. You know, we're gonna come back tomorrow doing a double review on Ed OG and the Bulldogs, 2 albums and stuff like that. Um, you know, this was something that Trial won. I never actually. I think I've heard the second one a while back ago. So this is gonna be kind of news for me. I know the song "Be a Father to Your Child"
Yeah.
and shit like that. I mean, I got to have it. Of course, everyone knows that track. And then definitely got some dope shit coming up this fucking week. I don't want to say too much, but Ashley's gonna come back Wednesday. You know, shout out to Ash right away.
All right, shout out to her.
All right, and then you know Thursday is gonna be the David Bowie Lodger review and shit too. So stay tuned on that one
Right.
too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just some good shit coming up. I don't want to say too much right now. Working on the Wider Beef episode. Hopefully, I'll come out next week and stuff like that. Hopefully, keyword. And definitely not to take too long on this one. This shouldn't be too much of a problem because the artist's music shouldn't be that much of an issue to put on YouTube. Hopefully,
Right.
so yeah, man. That's all I gotta say on that right now. Anything I say, try to write up.
Yeah, block spammers too. Yeah, that too also, Rachel. That you don't block people we're cool with.
Yeah, these spammers be crazy as fuck sometimes too.
And they're everywhere. Like I see them like on different platforms, and they're like just coming in the chat. I never used to see that before though.
It's the pandemic, man. It's motherfuckers just bored and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But all right, y'all. I'm about to call it a night for tonight, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Appreciate this try as usual.
All
I
right.
will definitely let you know when I'm ready to do the Money Love thoughts and shit like that. I'm just gonna hit mic up and shit.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Peace.
Peace.